Let's get started.
Hey, what's up everybody? Mikal Pradia here with another episode of Success in Minutes. I'd like to first thank each and every one of you for spending your very valuable time here with us today and for joining us. For those of you who are joining us for the very first time, I highly encourage each and every one of you to take notes, to write down any questions you may have, and leave us some comments, some feedback, some positivity in the comment section below, so that way we can all continue to grow personally, professionally, financially, and above all else, most importantly, spiritually. And for me, it's an amazing opportunity to be able to be sitting here today with the gentleman that I had the opportunity to meet several years ago, and it's crazy how the universe, law of attraction, puts two people together. But I remember like it was yesterday. My mom, who was working with us, said, "Hey, you got to meet this guy. His name's Billionaire PA." I said, "Billionaire who? Who goes by the name of Billionaire PA?" And so she showed me some of his videos. I was like, "Man, this guy's got something. He's a very powerful speaker." And so I said, "How could we be able to connect with him?" I mean, he has this country accent. We're out here in California. I thought he was down in Atlanta or something, and sure enough, he is actually right here in Los Angeles, And so we ended up having a community expo in Pasadena, California, and we invited him to come and bring his Wealthy Minds clothing, to come and represent. And we're actually doing a little bit of a motivational speaking there as well. And that was our very first time being able to engage and to get to know each other. And ever since then, we've been able to partner up, and he has Wealthy Minds, we have the Mastermind Collective, we have our Getting Gear Now program, but we've been able to travel to different middle schools, high schools, colleges, and youth summits, be able to inspire, empower, and motivate millions of people around the world to follow their passions, their dreams, their goals in life. And it's so remarkable because us being very, very young, to be able to go in there with our own personal experiences, our own trials and tribulations, the great victories that we've been able to engage in throughout our journey, to be able to share that and still be relatable to the future generations, the millennials of today, the people that are the game changers, the road changers, people that are in music, that are in fashion, that are in wanting to be a doctor or a lawyer, whatever the case may be, we're able to give that inspiration and be able to help them every step of the way. So, for those of you who do not know who Billionaire PA is, this is the man, the myth, the legend, someone that you must follow. You must follow this guy right now at Billionaire PA on Instagram, at Twitter, whatever the case may be. Just follow this guy and you will be inspired. You will be speaking your dreams into existence every single day. So, welcome to the show, my friend. How are you?
Hey man, how can you not be amped up? this man gave me an Oscar introduction, Grammy introduction, all kind of Eddie Awards introduction. Hey, man, I'm good. I just accepted my award. I didn't know I was getting this award today. But thank you.
Yeah. Oh, I'm glad that you're able to make it, and actually just share your actual story. So many people have actually heard a lot of the great quotes that you've, have come up with, that tell your story in such a very profound way. And if you haven't heard any of them, I'm sure he's probably going to drop some of them tonight or today, But there's probably a side of you that a lot of people don't really know, of growing up in Alabama, not Atlanta, where I thought he was from, but Alabama, So could you let's go back to Alabama for a little while. Can we do that? And then let's travel from Alabama to Oakland. And then from Oakland to the streets of LA. And then from the streets of LA, telling your story to the world of everything that you've gone through.
Oh man, starting in Alabama, I really love Alabama because it made me the person that I am. It made me gain a lot of things like respect, loyalty, that a lot of people that I see in Los Angeles that they don't naturally have. But the downfall was I wouldn't even say it was a downfall, it was a learning experience. I stayed in jail, I stayed in trouble. I was the person that wanted to take the ecstasy pill. I picked it up for $5, sold it for $30, $35. Wow. I had fun doing that. I mean, look at the return on the investments by 600–700% markup. So who wouldn't do that? Ain't nobody offering me no job and I don't steal.
Wow. I've experienced the same thing, growing up, and it doesn't even matter whether it's Alabama or it's in the suburbs. It's like, drug infestation is everywhere. It's running rampant, and it's like, being a young hustler and you want to make some money because, yeah, you can't find a job or whatever the case may be. It's like you got to do what you got to do to still get by, So, who are the type of people that you're hanging around during that time that influenced all of that?
Man, I hung around people that sold dope. My whole life. It ain't nothing to brag about or be happy about, but most of my life I hung out with, I don't want to say, I have a unique way of thinking now. because the reason I do what I do today is because of those people that most people would say negative. So I don't really want to say that they were negative people. I just outgrew that situation, and it made me the person that I am today, because those people taught me a lot. They actually taught me how to run a business.
Right.
It was just I was selling the wrong product.
Right.
You know, now I still have the same drug mentality. I just don't sell drugs.
Right.
The goal now is to infect 1 billion people with success, motivation, and wealth. If you meet any drug dealer, he would love to sell 100 pounds.
Yeah, and it's interesting that you say that, because, you know, you mentioned loyalty, you mentioned respect, you mentioned trust, you know, and it kind of goes back to like the old like mafia days, you know, like, yeah, they're doing all this like ultimate crime stuff, but to benefit like their family, and we understand all that stuff. But it's amazing that you could still pick up the, you know, the core values of what it takes to be able to run a successful business, and then apply it to something that's profitable. So, you know, for those of you that are out there that are in the streets, that are in the hood, it's like, yo, like, see what's happening around you, and then take those skill sets and simply apply it to something else that's more beneficial and actually creates a lasting impact to someone else's life, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, so how did you transition from that negative environment where you're developing these fundamental skills to launching wealthy minds?
Well, it just came to a point where I went to jail over between 15 and 20 times.
Whoa.
And it got to a point where I was just like, I was really tired of just letting my mom down. And I got tired of her just coming to pick me up in jail, you know. Every it was becoming a every weekend thing.
Wow.
And because I had the money, I had the ego that because I had the money, it's no thing. Like, we get in, we go to jail, we get out, you know what I'm saying? We're going to have fun. And a lot of people don't really understand the mindset of people who live those type of lifestyles. It's like, oh, well, you can't, you're going to end up going to jail, somebody going to kill you. It's like, look, I expect to die soon anyway. So the time that I'm going to live, I'm going to live. I'm not, you know, at that time I didn't believe in religion and stuff, and I watched my grandmama pray, and it's like, you're 50-something years old and you're still broke. Like, that's how I looked at life. It's like, why do bad things happen to good people? So it's like, if I'm gonna live, and I'd rather just live from 15 to 21, and I'd rather just ball out. And that's how I thought. So a lot of times when we go do these motivational speeches, I think some of the things that we say is relatable to the people, because it's like we're speaking a terminology that you already know half the kids we're talking to don't expect to. They ain't got no dreams. They don't know that they can go downtown and start no incorporation, you know, right downtown, go on the 12th floor and do that. It's like they haven't been taught that, so they don't have no hope, they don't have no dreams. And so, you know, with myself, I just got tired of failing, man, and I was like, I don't want to do it no more, so I moved west.
Wow. So was this in like your teenage years or early adulthood? What period of that?
I was 21 years old when I left Alabama.
Wow. And
the day I got off, I think it was the exact day I got off probation, I was like, I can't do it no more.
Wow.
I can't do it. Like, y'all don't want me to sell. I'm going to give you the true answer.
Okay.
You don't want us to sell drugs. And I'm not promoting that you sell drugs. I'm just telling you what I did. You don't want to give me a job. I got 2 felonies. And we live in one of the most racial places in the world. How I'm going to succeed? So I was just like, you know, I know negative people everywhere. So I just said, man, I'm going to move so far away from home that I don't even have the opportunity to think about going back. And I didn't pick California for a particular reason. I picked California because the ocean separated California from Hawaii, or I would have been in Hawaii. So when people say, I didn't just pick Oakland. I didn't say, oh, I'm going to move to Oakland. I'm going to move to San Francisco. I picked it because that is as north as you can go. You have to stop right there because, you know, the Pacific Ocean is right there. If there was a road that took me to Hawaii or the next state, I would have went farther and farther and farther until I said, wow, this is as far as I can go. And so, as you know, it took me 2-3 days to drive from Alabama, so it's not one of those things you could just be like, oh my God, like, it ain't working out, I'm going back. It's like, it's got to be planned out. And when I got out here, man, the best thing that happened to me ever in my life was ending up in my truck. That's the best thing that ever happened to me, to go. You know, I never tell people that I was homeless. I was just without a home, because my mindset is different from most people's.
So let's go back to that day, that probation release day, right? And it's what Jim Rohn refers to, the day that changes your life around. What was that moment like that you made that stark decision? You said, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm sick and tired of being around these negative folks that I keep landing in jail. I'm sick and tired of disappointing my mom. Where you just packed up. I mean, this takes a lot of courage. You know, because most people get very content being in their home environment. That they can't just relinquish that and start anew and start afresh where they don't know anybody. They don't have a single penny to their name to start over. And, you know, just to embark on a new journey. What was that day, that specific moment like for you?
Well, I wrote this quote that say, never spend your present time with a person you don't have a future with, period. I am spending my time here because I have a future here. I spend my time with Sam, Preston, and everybody else that you see me with because I see my future with you. I don't want to eat with nobody else that they don't think about tomorrow, and that's what I had to get out of that mentality and speak positive things into my existence. I spoke you into existence. When I was in my truck, I mentally, physically, and not physically, but out of my mouth and my mind, I brought what I wanted into my existence. Like, I sat there and said, these are the type of people that I need to meet. These are the type of people I need to be around. So I'm not the person when I get up and I stand and I speak. I'm not just saying, speak this into existence, it's going to come true. No, it's not going to come true if you don't believe that it's going to come true.
Right.
You can't just speak it. I believe that when I say send a video to Oprah, like no offense, I love Oprah, I appreciate Oprah, but it's not for the fame that most people may look at it to be. It's for people, it's to put something in the universe. And I'm going to put it out there this year, 2014. It may not happen in 2015, 16, 17, 18, but it's going to happen because I'm going to wake up every day and I'm going to show you that actions speak louder than words. Boom. And that's what I like to do, man. I like to put dreams that I care about and show people that you could go and obtain anything. And one of the biggest dreams where I'm from is that people never think that you would meet somebody like a Oprah Winfrey. So that's the biggest dream that I could think of. It's not getting a big house. They don't even fathom that. You know, hey, if you meet Oprah, you've made it. Where I'm from. Yeah. They don't even care if you leave with a check or not. You met Oprah. So I was like, I'm going to make it. Like, you ain't got to give me no check, Oprah, but you do need to meet me.